Still nothing? Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, here we go. Wait, maybe. Yep. All right, audio test 1, 2, audio test 1, 2. The pride of the High Plains, the Balko Bison are on the air. Balko Bison basketball is brought to you by Squirtle, Watauga Cheese Factory, Crossroads Express, Casey Cowan Custom Hang, Summit Wealth Strategies LLC, and Tri-State Heating and Air. And now for your Crossroads Express pregame show. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Goodwell, Oklahoma, Anchor D Arena here on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University for this first round playoff matchup between the Balko Lady Bison and the Goodwell Lady Eagles. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have your Crossroads Express pregame show, your starting lineups, the national anthem, and the start of this first round playoff matchup. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in a moment. Watauga Cheese Factory has been producing the finest cheese in Oklahoma and Texas for over 80 years. Locally owned and operated, the folks at Watauga Cheese Factory have summer sausages, the best homemade cheddar cheeses in the region, spice pickles, homespun honey, and their famous cheese curds. Located in Perryton, Watauga Cheese Factory also have gift baskets and offer delivery options. Visit Watauga Cheese Factory, 2018 South Main Street in Perryton, or call them at 806-648-4310. Watauga Cheese Factory is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sales for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs. Located at the intersection of Highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner, Crossroads Express features specialty deli items like Louisiana meat pies, crawfish pies, boudin, as well as everyone's favorite beef and bean burritos and corn dogs. And Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel needs that you will need to make it a road trip. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Panhandle living is hard, and with our scorching summers and frigid winters, if your heating or air isn't working, it can get even harder. Let the fine folks at Tri-State Heating and Air help you make it through the seasons in comfort. Licensed and insured for over 20 years, Bryce Sager and the folks at Tri-State Heating and Air are well equipped to handle your HVAC, air and refrigeration, and heating needs. Locally owned and operated, Tri-State Heating and Air understand the unique needs of folks in the Panhandle. Contact them at 580-525-1820 and let Tri-State Heating and Air make your home or business more comfortable. Tri-State Heating and Air is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. In this time where there's so much insecurity in the world, the one thing that you need to be able to rely on is your financial situation. That's where the folks at Summit Wealth Strategies LLC come in. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC, located in Alva, specialize in tax, payroll, and financial management services designed to help folks in the Panhandle in northwestern Oklahoma handle whatever insecurities the world throws at us. Contact Van Johnson at 580-609-4880 and let him give you the financial security and peace of mind you need to make it through any situation. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to Anchor D Arena here in Goodwell, Oklahoma for this first round playoff matchup between the Balko Lady Bison and the Goodwell Lady Eagles. Balko comes into today's game with a record of 7 wins and 5 losses on the year. Goodwell with a record of 9 wins and 9 losses. Goodwell's averaging 38.8 points a game coming into this contest, averaging giving up 36.6. In their last 5, they're averaging scoring 35.6 points a game and giving up 38 a game. But most of that's because of one fairly lopsided loss. They are 3-2 in their last 5 games. Last season, Goodwell made it to the 4th round of the OSSAA Class B playoffs before falling to Forgan. The Lady Eagles have already matched last year's win total with a younger squad than before. Goodwell defeated Beaver 3 weeks ago, but got blown out by Elkhart earlier in the season. So consistency is the key for the Lady Eagles. They're a good team and will present a strong challenge. Balko, once again, 7 wins and 5 losses on the season, coming into today's game averaging 41.8 points a game, giving up 40 points exactly on the year. In their last 5, Balko has averaged 44.8 points a game, giving up 41.2, and they are 3-2 in those 5 games. Last season, Balko made it to the 5th round of the playoffs before falling to Boise City. This year's Lady Bison team looks much different. They're much smaller and much younger. Balko struggled with ball pressure, and in a disturbing trend, they failed to get back on defense in the last few games. They have the potential to make a deep run this year, but they must shore up the defense. Balko defeated Goodwell 54-45 back on December 17th here in this same building at Anchor D Arena here at OPSU. Sawyer Stockton led the Lady Bison with 20 points. Pensy Stork had 16 for Goodwell in that matchup. Balko has a 7-game win streak over Goodwell, with the Lady Eagles' last win coming in January of 2018. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineup for today's game, national anthem, and the tip-off for this first round playoff matchup between the Balko Lady Bison and the Goodwell Lady Eagles. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs, located at the intersection of Highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner. Crossroads Express features a wide variety of ice-cold fountain drinks, candy, snacks, and is a proud vendor of Cajun salsa and pickles, as well as Watauga cheese. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel for your farm and off-road vehicle needs. Crossroads Express also has a gift shop featuring novelty and one-of-a-kind gifts and souvenirs. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders, and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to the Crossroads Express pregame show, live from Goodwell, Oklahoma at Anchor D Arena here on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University. We want to thank everyone for joining us on this broadcast of Balko Bison basketball. If you're listening to this broadcast, let us know where you're listening from. Give us a follow on Facebook, Balko Bison Sports Network, or on Twitter at Balko Sports. Reach out to us, let us know where you're listening from, who you're cheering for. We'll give you a shout out on the air. We love hearing from people. The starting lineups for the two teams. First for Goodwell, again with a record of 9 wins, 9 losses on the season. Number 3, Gracie Langford. Number 4, Malin Avila. Number 10, Pensy Stork. Number 14, Channing Duffy. And number 24, J.C. McDaniel. And the Lady Eagles are coached by Tony Taylor. Balko coming into today's game with a record of 7 wins and 5 losses. Their starting lineup: number 3, Madeline Trenum; number 5, Sawyer Stockton; number 11, Carolyn Olvera; number 21, Kendall France; and number 24, Aspen Freeman. And the Lady Bison are coached by Brittany Johnson, assisted by Monty Regier. So once again for Goodwell, Langford, Avila, Stork, Duffy, and McDaniel. And for Balko, Trenum, Stockton, Olvera, France, and Freeman. It's going to be an exciting game. We're going to have some high-quality basketball today, and we know this. These are two teams that have had a storied past. They've gone back and forth for a long time. Balko owning the advantage right now, but overall, it's been a nice, even matchup, and we're going to hopefully continue that way. The teams have made their way to their respective benches, and we will turn it over to public address announcer here at OPSU for the starting lineup and the national anthem. All right, we've had the starting lineup, so we are now just about underway. Watauga Cheese Factory is a three-point sponsor for the season for Balko Bison and Lady Bison basketball. Every time a Balko Bison or Lady Bison basketball player makes a three-pointer, we give them a mention. Special thank you to Watauga Cheese Factory for being our three-point sponsor. Welcome to Anchor D Arena here in Goodwell, Oklahoma for this matchup between the Balko Lady Bison and the Goodwell Lady Eagles. My name is David Vaughn, and I will be your host for the evening. A very pleasant good evening to you all, wherever you may be. It's a pleasure to be with you on this frigid Thursday evening. Stockton and Stork in the circle to do the jump. Stockton and McDaniel to do the jump. Ball's in the way. Tip controlled by the Lady Eagles. We are underway. Coming to the front court is Langford. Langford has the ball, being guarded very loosely by Trenum. Getting the call played by Coach Taylor. Arena loud already going, which is good. Lively atmosphere for the playoffs. Back to Langford. Langford between the circles, dribbling, takes the screen, passes over to Avila. Avila has the ball. Cross-court passes Duffy. Duffy three-pointer is off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Rebound was garnered by Aspen Freeman. Balko basketball. Inbound goes to Carolyn Olvera, who walks the ball across the timeline. Olvera being guarded loosely by Avila. Pass back to France. France being guarded by McDaniel. Over to Trim, now back to Stockton. Stockton driving in, passes out to Freeman. Freeman thought about it, opted not to take it. Back to France. France driving in now over to Olvera. Olvera driving into the paint. Dishes back to Trenum, and Balko will reset. Cross-court pass. Madeline Trenum has it now to France. France at the top of the key over to Aspen Freeman. Aspen Freeman, three-pointer. Misses everything, no good. Into the front court now are the Lady Eagles, driving all the way into Gracie Langford. Has it, loses control near the far sideline. Picked up by Duffy over to Langford. Off the hands, and is picked up by Carolyn Olvera. We have a foul on the play. Foul is on Pensy Stork, her first personal foul. First team foul, it will be Balko basketball. No score, a minute 12 to go here in the ballgame. Carolyn Olvera walks the ball across the timeline over to France. France with the crossover dribble now along the baseline. Passes out now over to Trenum. Trenum driving in, bounce pass over to Freeman. Freeman out down the lane. Olvera has it on the block. Turnaround is blocked and no good. Stepped out of bounds. And Balko will inbound on their own baseline. A minute and a half into this game. France looking to find somebody. Can't. Long outlet goes to Trenum. Trenum has the ball now, driving in on Duffy. Passes out to Stockton over to Olvera. Balko resets. Now, 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Pass over to France on the far side. Driving now into the paint. Gets congested. Passes out to Olvera. Olvera, wide open lane. She takes it in off the glass. No good. Rebound by the Lady Eagles. And coming back the other way now is Gracie Langford, getting the play from Coach Taylor, walks it across the timeline. Langford dribbling near the near sideline, pass over to Avila, now down to the wing, now down to the block, is knocked away and stolen. Kimbo France has the ball now, coming back the other way. Coach Johnson imploring the Lady Bison to run. Into the front court now is France. France driving in, dishes out to Olvera. Olvera with the top of the key, over to Stockton. Stockton, long three-pointer, off the back iron, no good. Coming back the other way now are the Lady Eagles. 5:35 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Gracie Langford walking it across the timeline. 1-3-1 zone being employed by the Lady Bison. Langford now down to the wing. McDaniel has it, holds it high above her head, over to Duffy. Now back to Stork at the top of the key. Back to McDaniel again, now down to the block and Langford. Langford has it around a triple team. Passes over to Avila. Avila, three-pointers off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Aspen Freeman. Long outlet to Kendall France into the front court. Has it on the free throw line extended. Pass back to Olvera. Olvera will wait for the offense to reset. Now down to Stockton over to Trenum. Trenum thought about the shot, opted not take it. Dribble drive in. Passes out to Freeman over to Trenum. Trenum three-pointer. Bang! That's a Watonga Cheese Factory three-pointer for Madeline Trenum. And it's 3-0 favor Balko. Now 4:40 to go here in the first quarter. Light half-court press passes up to Duffy now in the front court. Duffy has the ball at the free throw line extended. Passes back to Pensy Stork. Stork now has it, holds it high above her head. Hands it off to Langford, and the Goodwell offense will reset. 4:27 to go here in the first quarter. Hand off to Avila, who has it being guarded loosely by Trenum. Avila over now to McDaniel. McDaniel has the ball. Back over to Langford, over now to Avila. Avila has the ball high above her head. Now down to the block, and McDaniel loses control of it. Ball still loose. Picked up by Olvera. Hands it off to Trenum. Trenum driving all the way in. The layup is off the glass and good. Basket good for Madeline Trenum. Timeout Goodwell. 4:04 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0 your score in favor of Balko. We will take it with them. It's a 30-second timeout. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Watonga Cheese Factory has been producing the finest cheese in Oklahoma and Texas for over 80 years. Locally owned and operated, the folks at Watonga Cheese Factory have summer sausages, the best homemade cheddar cheeses in the region, spice pickles, homespun honey, and their famous cheese curds. Located in Perryton, Watonga Cheese Factory also has gift baskets and other delivery options. Visit Watonga Cheese Factory, 2018 South Main Street in Perryton, or call them at 806-648-4310. Watonga Cheese Factory is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to Anchor D Arena here in Goodwell, Oklahoma. 5-0 your score favor Balko. It's a personal 5-0 run for Madeline Trenum. Goodwell to inbound now at the halfway point of the first quarter. Gracie Langford walking the ball across the timeline. Dribbling toward the far sideline, pass down to the block, now over to Duffy back. Now three-pointer from the free throw line extended is no good by Langford. Driving all the way in now, Trenum loses it, and she travels with it. Coming into the game for the Lady Bison is Maylee Wirtz replacing Aspen Freeman. Also into the game now, Urania Olivas. Handoff now driving all the way in. The shot is blocked by Wirtz. Out of bounds, the ball will remain with Goodwell. 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. Down to the block, and we have a foul on the block. Foul is on Maylee Wirtz. That'll be her first personal foul. Shot from the block is no good. Offensive rebound. And the ball is stolen by Trenum. Trenum now coming across the timeline quickly. Numbers for Goodwell back on defense. Sawyer Stockton has the ball pass back to Olvera. Olvera now has it with 3:08 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0 your score favor Balko. Cross-court pass over to Wirtz. Wirtz, long three-pointer. Off the side iron, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Goodwell basketball. 3:01 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0 your score favor Balko. Full court press being employed by the Lady Bison. McDaniel with the ball now, passes it over to Olivas. Now up to Langford. Langford has the ball, passes out of a double team. Avila has the ball over to Duffy. Duffy three-pointer is off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Madeline Trenum. Into the front court quickly is Stockton, is knocked away and stolen by Avila. And the Lady Eagles come back the other way. 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0 your score favor Balko. It has been a fast-moving first quarter so far. Langford dribbling the ball in the circle, goes around the screen. Avila now with the ball, cross-court pass over to Duffy. Duffy has the ball, holds it at her hip, now passes to Olivas over to Duffy again. Duffy thought about the three, opted not to take it, being guarded by Olvera. Over to Olivas, now down to Avila, who has the ball. Back to Duffy again. Duffy once again thought about the three-pointer, opted not to take it. 2:05 to go here in the first quarter. Now down to Avila. Avila driving in, loses control of it. It's knocked away, picked up by Duffy. Duffy coming back the other way, goes around the screen by Langford, passes it to Langford, off of her, recovered by the Lady Eagles, and they will reset. McDaniel with the ball, pass over to Duffy. Duffy now over to Avila. Avila three-pointers off the back iron, no good, rebounded by Wirtz. 1:39 to go here in the first quarter. France within the front court over to Wirtz. Wirtz over to Stockton. Stockton three-pointer off the side iron, no good. Coming back the other way are the Lady Eagles. We have a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. We will take it with them. 1:27 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0 your score favor Balko. Balko Lady Bison basketball continue in just a moment. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sales for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to Anchor D Arena here in Goodwell. 5-0 your score favor Balko. Hines, McDaniel, Langford, Avila, and trying to see who else, sorry. Storick on the floor. So Channing Duffy has taken a seat, and Olivas has taken a seat. Driving all the way in now. Long three-pointer is off the iron. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back is good for Hadley Hines. And it's now 5-2 into the front court now. France has 46 seconds to go. Over to Wirtz. Wirtz has the ball driving now into the lane. Passes back to Sager. Sager to Olvera. Olvera has the ball at the free throw line. Over to Wirtz again. Wirtz thought about it, opted not to take it. Over to Trenum. Trenum's going to drive all the way in. The layup's off the glass. No good. Coming quickly back the other way are the Lady Eagles. 27 seconds to go. Avila into the front court. Circles back. Passes now to Langford. Over to Avila again. Thought about the three. Opted not to take it. Mid-range jumpers off the front iron. No good. Rebounded by France. Long outlet to Olvera. Too tall. And it will be out of bounds. Caden Sager now into the game. Replacing Sawyer Stockton. Into the front court now, 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. Turnaround jumpers, no good. Offensive rebound also is no good. 2 misses from point blank range for J.C. McDaniel. And that's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Balko 5, Goodwell 2. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. In this time when there's so much insecurity in the world, the one thing you need to be able to rely on is your financial situation. That's where the folks at Summit Wealth Strategies LLC come in. Located in Alva, Summit Wealth Strategies LLC specializes in tax, payroll, and financial management services designed to help folks in the Panhandle in northwestern Oklahoma handle whatever insecurities the world throws at us. Contact Van Johnson at 580-609-4880 and let him give you the financial security and peace of mind you need to make it through any situation. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to Anchor D Arena here in Goodwell. 5-2 your score. All 5 points for Balko coming from Madeline Trenum. And the 2 points for Goodwell coming from Hadley Hines, and that's the offense. Looks like Channing Duffy's back in the game. J.C. McDaniel, Malin Avila, Urania Olivas, and Langford. And the ball is blocked away and stolen. Stolen back, and the layup is good for Sorry, we've had some confusion here. Shot is no good by Aspen Freeman. Coming back the other way now are the Lady Eagles. 5-4 your score favor Balko. Holding the ball high above her head. Now over to Duffy. Duffy three-pointer is off the back iron. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by the Lady Eagles. Three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound. Shot is blocked and a foul. Foul is on Aspen Freeman. Her first personal foul, first team foul. At the line now for 2 is off the back iron and no good. 5-4 your score favor Balko. 1 minute into the second quarter here. Second free throw from Gracie Langford now forthcoming. Shot is on the way and it is good. Free throw is good and we're now tied at 5. France at the free throw line extended on the far side. Has the ball being guarded very closely by Avila. Hand off to Olvera. Olvera going around the France screen now down at the paint. Is knocked away and stolen. Coming quickly back the other way is Langford. Langford 2-on-1. Layup is off the glass and good for Gracie Langford. So Langford now with all 7 points for Balko, or for Goodwell at 7-5 favor the Lady Eagles. 6.5 to go here in the first half. Over to over to Trenum, back to Freeman. Passes too high, out of bounds, off of McDaniel and out of bounds. It will be Balko basketball, inbounding on their own baseline. 6:15 to go here in the first half. Balko started out pretty good in the the first quarter, and then just haven't really been able to get much going, either offensively or defensively. And Emily Trenum now in the game for the Lady Bison. Now back between the circles is Carolyn Olvera, crossing over Avila, over now to Trenum. Trenum driving in, passes knocked away and stolen by Urania Olivas. Handing off to Langford now, who brings it across the timeline slowly. 5:55 to go here in the first half. 7-5 your score, favor Goodwell. Langford being guarded loosely by Emily Trenum. Cross-court pass to Duffy. Knocked away by Olvera and out of bounds. It will be Goodwell basketball on the far sideline. Coming into the game for the Lady Eagles is Hadley Hines. Also coming in is Pensy Stork. Inbound goes to McDaniel, who holds up high above her head, hands it off to Langford, and Goodwell will reset the offense. Over now to Avila on the near sideline. Back now to the top of the key, and Stork holds it high above her head, back to Avila. Now down, cross-court pass over to wide open Hines. The three-pointers off the front iron, no good. Offensive rebound, putback is good. So Stork with the putback. And now into the front court are the Lady Bison, driving all the way in off the glass. Layup is good for Kendall France. A much-needed basket for Balko. It's now 9-7 favor Goodwell. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Gracie Langford bringing the ball now into the front court. Crossover dribble over to Avila. Cross-court pass is knocked away, picked up by McDaniel. McDaniel's jumper is good. J.C. McDaniel, the 12-foot jumper, and it's now 11-7 favor Goodwell. 4:42 to go here in the first half. Driving into the front court now is Olvera. Olvera back to Trenum. Emily Trenum, three-pointer, misses everything. Saved, knocked out of bounds off of Goodwell. It will be Balko basketball. Into the game for the Lady Bison. Sawyer Stockton and Maylee Works replacing Emily Trenum and Aspen Freeman. Urania Olivas back into the game, as well as Hines for the Lady Eagles. Long outlet to Stockton. Stockton over to Trenum. Madeline Trenum back to Olvera. Olvera, three-pointer. Bang! That's the Watauga Chiefs Factory three-pointer for Carolyn Olvera. Three-pointer is good. Her first three-pointer of the season, and it's now 11-10 favor Goodwell. 4:12 to go here in the first half. Langford with the ball, being guarded near the far sideline. Cross-court pass to Avila on the near side, being guarded by Stockton. Holds the ball high above her head, back to Langford. Langford, long outlet now to Hines. Hines with it. Shot is no good. Coming quickly back the other way are the Lady Bison. Manley Works for three off the side iron, no good. Rebound by the Lady Eagles. Langford with it in the backcourt. 3:38 to go here in the first half. Duffy and McDaniel set to check back in for the Lady Eagles at the Nestead ball. Stork has the ball high above her head now, passes down to the corner, and Olivas back to Stork again, over to Hines. Hines back to Stork again. Over to Avila. Avila has the ball, being guarded closely by Stockton, goes around the Stork screen. Pass back to Hines, loses control, picks it back up. Back to Stork again, now over to Avila on the far side. Avila driving in, the layup is no good. Offensive rebound, and we have a foul on the floor. Foul is on Kendall France, her first personal foul. Third team foul. And Duffy and McDaniel back into the game for the Lady Eagles. 3:06 to go here in the first half. 11-10 your score, favor Goodwell. Duffy inbounds to Langford. Langford driving in, double team, loses control of it. Deflected out of bounds by Kendall France. It will remain with Goodwell. They will inbound on their baseline. Duffy looking to inbound. Long outlet deflected, but right to McDaniel. McDaniel free throw line jumpers off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by O'Vera. Coming quickly back the other way are the Lady Bison. France brings it into the front court. As the ball passes over to Stockton. Stockton to Wirtz. Wirtz over to O'Vera on the far side. Driving in now, passes over to Stockton. Stockton thought about the three, opted not to take it. Drives into the lane. The floater is no good, but she's fouled. So the foul is going to be on Pensy Stork, her second personal foul. And at the line for Balko is Sawyer Stockton. Stockton's first free throw is good. One more forthcoming for Stockton. Stockton has it, takes a couple dribbles. Shot is on the way, and it is good. Barely even drawing any net. That was a pure shot. And the Lady Bison are back in the lead now, 12-11, their first lead since midway through the first quarter. 2:36 to go here in the first half. 12-11 favor Balko. Langford driving in, dishes out to Duffy, holds the ball above her head, passes over to Stork, who holds it back over to Duffy at the free throw line extended. Pass back to Stork. Looked like that may have been intended for Avila. Avila gets it anyway. Stork now down to the block. Langford's shot is no good. She's fouled on the floor. Foul is going to be on, looks like Kendall France, her second personal foul. And J.C. McDaniel into the game for the Lady Eagles, replacing Urania Olivas. 2:22 to go here in the first half. Eagles inbound now down to the block. Pass over now to the wing. Three-pointer is good for J.C. McDaniel. And Goodwell takes the lead 14-12, 2:10 to go here in the first half. O'Vera brings the ball into the front court, being guarded loosely by Avila. 2:05, 2:04, 2:03. Waiting for the offense to set. 1-3-1 zone being employed by the Lady Eagles. Handoff is lost and stolen by the Eagles. Coming back the other way is Langford across the timeline. She'll wait for her offense with 1:51 to go. Outlet over to Avila. Back now to the top of the key, and Stork holds the ball, being guarded by Wirtz. Over to Langford. Now cross-court pass to Duffy. Back to Stork, and Stork will hand it off to Langford, and the offense will reset for the Lady Bison. Stork coming to set a screen. She utilizes it, passes over to Avila. Holds the ball high above her head again. Long pass over to McDaniel, back to Stork. 1:27 to go. Now down to Avila. 14-12 your score favor Goodwell. Three-pointer for Channing Duffy's off the back iron, no good. Coming back the other way are the Lady Bison. Long outlet to Trenum. Trenum over to Stockton. Stockton for three. No good, but she's fouled on the shot. Referees conferring it looked like she was fouled on a three-pointer. Foul is on Pensy Stork. That's her third personal foul. And at the line now, Sawyer Stockton for three. Stockton's first free throw is on the way, and no good. Second free throw for Stockton on the way, and it is good. 14-13 the score. Subbing into the game now, Caden Sager from Maley Wirtz, and into the game now for the Lady Eagles, Urania Olivas again. One more free throw coming for Stockton. It's on the way, and it is good. So Stockton makes 2 out of 3. We're tied up at 14 with 1:10 to go here in the first half. Langford brings the ball across the timeline. Goes around the screen, driving in now at the foul line, passes back to nobody in particular, goes out of bounds to the scorer's table, and it will be Balko basketball with 1:01 to go here in the first half. 14-14 the score, favor nobody in particular. Lost control of my faculties there for a minute. This has been a quick moving first half. Not a whole lot of fouls, not a whole lot of bad action. It's stolen, coming quickly back the other way is Avila. Avila is the head of the pack. The layup for Avila is off the glass and good. 16-14 favor Goodwell, 38 seconds to go here in the first half. France into the front court over to Stockton. Stockton with the ball now. Turnaround pass over to France near the corner, recovers over to Sager. Sager's going to drive in, pass out to Trenum. Trenum back to France. France, long three-pointer. Off the side iron, no good. Offensive rebound, and she is fouled. Fouls on Malin Avila, her first personal foul. And at the line for the Lady Bison will be Madeline Trenum to shoot 2. Trenum at the line, first free throw is good. Aspen Freeman coming back into the game for the final 21.1. One more free throw on the way for Madeline Trenum. Second free throw is on the way and good. She has that quick release and just gets it up there in a hurry. So 16-16 with 17 seconds left to go here in the first half. A very fast-moving first half here from Anchor D Arena in Goodwell. Langford with the ball at the circle, dribbling now with under 10 to go. 8-7, 6-5, cross-court pass to Duffy. Duffy thought about it, back to down the free throw line jumper at the buzzer is no good. And that's the end of the first half with the score, Balko 16, Goodwell 16. We'll take a quick break and we will have your Casey Callahan halftime report. Casey, Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Panhandle living is hard, and with our scorching summers and frigid winters, if your heating or air isn't working, it can get even harder. Let the fine folks at Tri-State Heating and Air help you make it through the seasons in comfort. Licensed and insured for over 20 years, Bryce Sager and the folks at Tri-State Heating and Air are well equipped to handle your HVAC, air and refrigeration, and heating needs. Locally owned and operated, Tri-State Heating and Air understand the unique needs of folks in the Panhandle. Contact them at 580-525-1820 and let Tri-State Heating and Air make your home or business more comfortable. Tri-State Heating and Air is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. In this time where there's so much insecurity in the world, the one thing that you need to be able to rely on is your financial situation. That's where the folks at Summit Wealth Strategies LLC come in. Located in Alva, Summit Wealth Strategies LLC specializes in tax, payroll, and financial management services designed to help folks in the Panhandle and northwestern Oklahoma handle whatever insecurities the world throws at us. Contact Van Johnson at 580-609-4880 and let him give you the financial security and peace of mind you need to make it through any situation. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Watauga Cheese Factory has been producing the finest cheese in Oklahoma and Texas for over 80 years. Locally owned and operated, the folks at Watauga Cheese Factory have summer sausages, the best homemade cheddar cheeses in the region, spice pickles, homespun honey, and their famous cheese curds. Located in Perryton, Watauga Cheese Factory also has gift baskets and offer delivery options. Visit Watauga Cheese Factory at 2018 South Main Street in Perryton or call them at 806-648-4310. Watauga Cheese Factory is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs, located at the intersection of Highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner. Crossroads Express features specialty deli items like Louisiana meat pies, crawfish pies, boudin, as well as corn dogs and everyone's favorite beef and bean burritos. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel needs that you will need to make it a road trip. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the needs of Oklahoma and Texas panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sales for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome to the Casey Cowan Custom Haying Halftime Report, live from Anchorage Arena here in Goodwell, Oklahoma, on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University, where the Balko Lady Bison and the Goodwell Lady Eagles are tied at 16 apiece. The stats rundown for your teams is as follows. Balko went 4 of 15 from the field in the first half, including 2 of 7 from three-point range and 2 of 8 from three-point range. Goodwell went 7 of 27 in the first half, including 6 of 15 two-pointers and 1 of 12 three-pointers. At the free throw line, Balko's gone 6 of 7 and Goodwell has gone 1 of 2. For Goodwell, Jason McDaniel leading the way with 7 points. 3 points for Gracie Langford, and 2 points apiece for Malin Avila, Pensy Stork, and Hadley Hines. For Balko, Madeline Trenham leading the way with 7 points. Sawyer Stockton has 4. 3 points for Carolyn Olvera and 2 for Kendall France. France also has 2 personal fouls and 1 foul apiece for Maylee Wirtz and Aspen Freeman. For Goodwell, Pensy Stork has 3 personal fouls and Malin Avila has 1. We do want to thank our sponsors for this Balko Lady Bison basketball game today. Watonga Cheese Factory, Crossroads Express, Summit Wealth Strategies LLC, Tri-State Heating and Air, and Casey Cowan Custom Haying. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the start of the second half live from Anchorage Arena here in Goodwell, Oklahoma, where your score is Balko 16, Goodwell 16. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Welcome back to the Casey Cowan Custom Haying Halftime Show live from Anchorage Arena here in Goodwell, Oklahoma, on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University, where the Balko Lady Bison and the Goodwell Lady Eagles are tied at 16 apiece. The winner of this game will play the winner of the matchup between Felt and Boise City at 6 o'clock on Saturday. For now, it depends completely on what the weather's doing. The weather forecasts are calling for some absolutely ridiculous forecasting, some crazy snow predictions. Some of it is accurate, some of it is not. We just don't know right now what's going to happen. So the game could be at 6 o'clock. It could be earlier. It could be a different day completely. We will keep you apprised on the Balko Bison Sports Network Facebook and Twitter pages as soon as we know more. We do want to thank everyone for listening to this broadcast of Balko Bison basketball. If you're listening, please let us know where you're listening from. Like and follow us on Twitter at Balko Sports, or follow us on Facebook, Balko Bison Sports Network, and we'll give you a shout out on the air. We love talking to fans during our broadcast. We look forward to hearing from you. I never did give the descriptions of the uniforms before the game. Goodwell is in their home white uniforms with purple lettering and gold with gold trim. Balko is in their road black uniforms with maroon lettering and gray trim. In the second half, Goodwell will be going from left to right across your screen. Balko will be going from right to left. We're a little over 2 minutes away from the start of the second half here from Anchorage Arena. And what has been an exciting game so far. This is a winner-go-home game. If you win this game, you advance to the second round. If you don't, your season is over. And both of these teams made substantial playoff runs last year. Goodwell going to the 4th round, Balko going to the 5th round. Neither one of them is going to want to go home early in this season. But one of their seasons is going to end today. And so we've got to see who can impose their will in the second half, the most important half of the season coming up for the Lady Bison here on the Balko Bison Sports Network. Do want to thank everybody for listening to the Casey Cowan Custom Hang Halftime Report, live from Anchorage Arena here on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State in Goodwell, Oklahoma. It's about time for the start of the third quarter. Balko will have the ball to start the second half. Kendall France will do the inbounding honors on the far sideline. Officials and teams are underway, and we are ready to go. Carolyn Olvera has the ball, walking across the timeline diagonally near the sideline. Pass over to France. France holds the ball high above her head, looking to outlet it. Does so back to Olvera, back to France again at the free throw line, extended, being guarded by McDaniel. Over to Olvera, back to France again. It's been a two-man game there so far. Handing off to Trenum, now over to Stockton, back to Olvera again. Olvera circling around now over to France. France looking to drive in, can't do so. Over to Stockton. Stockton driving all the way in. The floater is off the glass and good for Sawyer Stockton. Stockton with the first points of the second half for either team, and it's 18-16 favor of the Lady Bison. 7:22 to go here in the third quarter. Lady Eagles into the front court, cross court pass over to McDaniel. McDaniel now down to Langford. Langford being guarded closely by Trenum. Back to McDaniel, back to Langford again. Cross court pass over to Avila. Avila being guarded by Olvera. Cross court pass to McDaniel again. Thought about the three, opted not to. Jumper from Duffy is blocked, rebounded by Aspen Freeman. Coming back the other way now. France has it at the free throw line extended on the far sideline in the front court. Spin move, pass back to Olvera. Olvera back to Stockton. Stockton thought about the three, opted not to. Dishes back out to France. France crossover dribble at the free throw line. Back to Trenum. Trenum long three is off the side of the iron. No good, and rebounded by the Lady Eagles. And we have a foul on Aspen Freeman. That'll be Freeman's second personal foul. First foul of the second half for either team. It was 6:39 to go here in the third quarter. It's 18-16, favor Balko. Duffy inbounds to Gracie Langford, who walks it up the court. Goes around the Stork screen, passes to Avila. Avila cross court, pass to Duffy. Duffy wide open, three-pointer is in and out, no good. Offensive rebound, putback is no good. Rebounded by Olvera. Have a tie possession. Timeout on the floor called by Goodwell. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 6:19 to go here in the third quarter. 18-16 your score favor Goodwell. Goodwell, Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience and gas needs. Located at the intersection of highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner. Crossroads Express features a wide variety of ice-cold fountain drinks, candy, snacks, and is a proud vendor of Cajun salsa and pickles, as well as Watauga cheese. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel for your farm and off-road vehicle needs. Crossroads Express also has a gift shop featuring novelty and one-of-a-kind gifts and souvenirs. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders, and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to Anchorage Arena here on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University. 6:19 to go here in the third quarter. 18-16 your score favor Balko. Goodwell will inbound on the baseline, on their own baseline. McDaniel to do the inbounding honors for the Lady Eagles. A little bit of confusion there. McDaniel inbounds to Langford at the free throw line extended. Has the ball, holds it at her hip, being guarded by Trenum. Crossover dribble, passes back to Duffy at the top of the key. Duffy holds the ball, being guarded by Olvera. Over to Avila now. Avila thought about the long three, opted not to take it. Passes back to Langford between the circles, and the offense will reset. Goes around the Stork screen. Long three-pointer is off the side of the iron. No good, rebounded by Freeman. Freeman outlets to France. Into the front court now is France over to Stockton. Stockton thought about the three, opted not to take it. Floater is no good, but she's fouled by Pensy Stork, and that'll be Stork's fourth personal foul. First team foul, but her fourth team foul. And at the line for Balko will be Sawyer Stockton. Stockton 4 of 5 from the line so far in the game. For the Lady Bison, first free throw is on the way, and it is good. And Pensy Stork is going to stay in the game for the Lady Eagles with 4 fouls. Coach Taylor must need her to be an integral part of that. The second free throw from Stockton is also good. Both free throws good. It's now a 4-point lead for the Lady Bison, 20-16 with 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. Langford brings the ball across the timeline. Langford with a little bit of a limp that she didn't have earlier. Crossover dribble pass over to Avila. Avila at the free throw line extended back to Duffy. Back to Avila again. Thought about the three. Now down to the wing. Olivas has it at the wing. Now cross-court pass over to Stork. Stork back to Avila again. Avila with the ball at the foul line extended. Passes back to Olivas. Back to Duffy. Duffy dribbling around. A lot of physicality down on the block. Three-pointer from Avila is off the wing. No good. Rebound loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor. We have a tie possession. Possession arrow favors Balko. Subbing into the game for Goodwell is J.C. McDaniel replacing Pensy Stork. So Stork will sit for probably the remainder of the third quarter. She'll come in at the fourth. 20-16 your score favor Balko. 5:05 to go here in the third quarter. Carolyn Olvera walks the ball across the timeline, being guarded loosely by Avila. Pass over to Stockton, back to Olvera between the circles. Olvera crossover dribble, spin move in the lane. Passes back now to France. France bumped, loses control, gets it back now between the circles. And no offensive reset. Crossover dribble, driving all the way in. The layup is off the glass. No good. Coming back the other way now are the Lady Eagles. Gracie Langford dribbling the ball now on the OPSU logo. 4:33 to go here in the third quarter. Utilizes the Duffy screen, passes now over to the wing, back to Avila. Avila has the ball high above her head, back over to the wing again. And McDaniel back to Avila. Avila cross-court pass now. Back to McDaniel now on the near side. That's down to the block, and a hard foul on the block. Foul is on, going to be on Aspen Freeman. That'll be Freeman's third personal foul. Second team foul for the Lady Bison. 4:17 to go here in the third quarter. Duffy long outlet to McDaniel at the top of the key, being guarded by Olvera. Big height mismatch there, and there's a foul on Olvera. That'll be Olvera's first personal foul. Goodwell inbounds on the near sideline, does so to Avila. Avila utilizing the Duffy screen. Thought about it, over to Duffy. Duffy's foul line jumper's no good, rebounded by Freeman. Into the front court on the near side, on the far sideline rather, is Olvera. Over to Stockton. Stockton crossover dribble, driving in his trip, loses control. Bounce pass over to Trenum. Trenum's 15-foot jumper's no good, rebounded by Avila, coming back the other way. Avila brings it across the timeline, passes back to Langford now. 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. 20-16 favor Balko. Cross-court pass to Duffy. Duffy gets it in stride. Passes back now to Langford. Cross-court to Avila. Avila down to McDaniel. McDaniel three-pointer over France is off the back iron. No good. Offensive rebound. Channing Duffy three-pointer is good. Nobody anywhere near her. It's now 20-19, favor Balko. 3:09 to go here in the third quarter. Over to France on the far side, being guarded by Olivas. And we have a traveling violation on Freeman, and it will be a turnover and Goodwell basketball. And it feels like Goodwell all of a sudden has quite a bit of momentum, and Balko is just kind of stalled out. 3 minutes exactly to go here in the third quarter. 20-19 your score, favor Balko. Avila inbounds to Langford. Langford walks it across the timeline with 2:52 to go here in the third quarter. Over to Avila near the far sideline, back now to this side. Haley White into the game for the first time for the Lady Eagles. Foul line jumper is around the rim, no good, by Olivas. And we have a foul on the floor on Haley White. That'll be White's first personal foul. Second team foul, and it will be Balko basketball with 2:38 to go here in the third quarter. 20-19 your score, a low-scoring affair so far, but you expect that in playoff basketball. You expect the defenses to be ratcheted up. You expect the referees to let them play a little bit more, and that's what has happened so far. The officials doing a very good job of just letting the action happen. Trenum has the ball now, passes over to France at the top of the key. Bounce pass over to Stockton. Stockton thought about the three, opted not to take it. Bounce pass to Olvera, now over to France again. France circling around, double teamed. Back to Wirtz and back to Stockton. Stockton thought about the three-pointer over White. He's going to drive in over to Trenum now. Trenum at the foul line, driving in. It takes like 4 steps. They didn't call it. Loses control, coming back the other way is Avila. Avila with a clear lane. If she takes it, she draws contact. No foul called the other way either. Officials letting them go after it. 20-19 the score, a minute 51. Personally, I like it this way. The officials are just going to let them go as France goes in now. The shot is missed by France. Rebound by the Lady Eagles, and we now have a minute 40 to go in the third quarter. Both teams going to slow down, content to kind of settle things just a little bit here. 20-19 your score, favor Goodwell. Over to McDaniel, to White, back to Langford, now over to Avila, back to Langford, now between the circles, holds the ball at her shoulder. Over to White now. And out to Olivas, passes on the block, it's knocked away and stolen. Coming quickly back the other way is Sawyer Stockton, 2 on 3. Driving all the way in, the shot is off the glass and good for Sawyer Stockton. Baskets gives us now 3-point lead for Balko with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter, 22-19. 10 points for Sawyer Stockton's first player for either team in double figures. Avila has the ball being guarded by Trenum, now 45-44. Now to the top of the key, back to Avila again. Avila driving in, thought about the long jumper, opted not to. Over to McDaniel. McDaniel free throw line jumper is no good, and we have a foul on Goodwell. So the foul is on Gracie Langford. That'll be Langford's first personal foul. Third team foul, and Balko will inbound with 37.6 to go here in the third quarter. 22-19, your score favor Balko. Olvera walks the ball across the timeline now over to France. We have a timeout on the floor. 29.4 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. We'll take it with them. Balko 22, Goodwell 19. Balko Lady Bison basketball continue in just a moment. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sale for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. I want to welcome everybody back to Anchor D Arena here in Goodwell on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University. 22-19 your score. Favor the Balko Lady Bison over the Goodwell Lady Eagles. A low scoring but intense affair so far in this game. And it really kind of has the feel, doesn't it, that the first team that makes a run is going to win this game. Neither team has gotten much more than 4 or 5 points in a row this whole game, and so it's going to be interesting. Whoever makes that last push is probably going to be the team that wins. Balko inbounds to Trenum in the backcourt, brings it across the timeline over to France. France now passes back to Olvera. 21 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Now over to Trenum, now down to France. France has the ball being guarded by Duffy. Back to Olvera. 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Being guarded by White. Passes back out to Trenum. Trenum has it over to France now. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Back to Olvera again. They can't seem to get in. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And the jumper at the buzzer is good for Kendall France. Kendall France, 12-foot floater at the buzzer is good. And at the end of the third quarter, the score is Balko 24, Goodwell 19. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Panhandle living is hard, and with our scorching summers and frigid winters, if your heat or air isn't working, it can get even harder. Let the fine folks at Tri-State Heating and Air help you make it through the seasons in comfort. Licensed and insured for over 20 years, Bryce Sager and the folks at Tri-State Heating and Air are well equipped to handle your HVAC, air and refrigeration, and heating needs. Locally owned and operated, Tri-State Heating and Air understand the unique needs of folks in the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. Contact them at 580-525-1820 and let Tri-State Heating and Air make your home or business more comfortable. Tri-State Heating and Air is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to Anchorage Arena here in Goodwell, Oklahoma, on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University. Your Tri-State Heating and Air third quarter recap. Goodwell outscoring Balko by a score of 8-3 in the quarter. Balko being led by Sawyer Stockton with 10 points, 7 points for J.C. McDaniels leading the way over there. This has been a close game throughout and expects to be so for the rest of the game. We are now in the fourth quarter. Into the front court, Channing Duffy has the ball, cross-court pass to Olivas. Back to Avila now, back to Duffy again. At the top of the key, offset. Avila back to Duffy again. Over to Olivas, back to Avila again, now on the logo. 7:37 to go here in the ballgame. 24-19 your score, favor Balko. Over to Duffy, back to Avila again. Avila has it. Drives in, passes out of the double team. Three-pointer from McDaniel is no good. Offensive rebound is knocked away and stolen, and we have a foul. Foul is on Malin Avila. That'll be her second personal foul. Fourth team foul, and Balko will inbound on the far sideline. 7:20 to go in the ballgame. 24-19 your score. Carolyn Olvera walks the ball across the timeline, being guarded by Avila. Passes over to Trenum, now over to France. France being doubled at the top of the key. Passes over to Freeman. Freeman pass to Stockton, who's going to drive all the way in. The layup is no good, but she's fouled on the shot. Foul is on Channing Duffy. That'll be her first personal foul. 5 team fouls, and at the line for Balko will be Sawyer Stockton. Stockton 6 of 7 from the line so far today. First free throw's on the way and good. Pensy Stork into the game for Goodwell. I think she sat about as long as she could stand, as she could sit. Second free throw from Stockton is on the way, and it is good as well. So both free throws made. Sawyer Stockton now 8 of 9 from the foul line today. As 26-19 favor Balko, their largest lead of the game at 7. Under 7 to go in the ball game. Langford with the ball now, passes up to McDaniel. McDaniel holds the ball up overhead and passes over to Avila at the free throw line, extended on the far side. Backs it back out and passes to Langford. The Goodwell offense will reset. McDaniel cutting across the lane, trying to get the attention of Langford. Langford passes over to Avila on the other side. Now down to the elbow, back to Langford. Langford's jumper is no good. She's fouled on the shot. Foul is on Carolyn Olvera. That'll be Olvera's second personal foul. Free throw from Langford is on the way off the back iron and no good. Olivas back in the game for McDaniel. Second free throw's on the way, and it is off the side of the iron and also no good, rebounded by Olvera. So 0 for 2 from the line that time for Langford. Into the front court, over to Olvera. Olvera has the ball. Back to Stockton between the circles, over to France. France driving in, goes up. The shot is off the iron, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Tie ball, possession arrow favors Balko. Balko to inbound on their baseline. France looking to find someone. Anyone can't. Very close to a 5-second violation. Outlet goes into the backcourt, and Stockton has it. Crossover dribble, and she's fouled in the backcourt 70 feet away from the basket. And Coach Taylor is incredulous. Foul is on Avila. Foul obviously on the floor. 16 fouls though, so Balko will be shooting free throws the rest of the way after this. Olvera brings the ball into the front court. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Hands the ball off to Trenum. 26-19 the score favor Balko. Pass to Olvera, who's in a double team. Pass right back out to Trenum. Trenum back to Stockton. Stockton, long three-pointer. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Lady Eagles, coming quickly back the other way. Into the front court is Langford. Langford is fouled on the shot. by Sawyer Stockton. I think that's Stockton's first personal foul. And at the line for Goodwell will be Gracie Langford. Langford just missed 2 free throws her last time up. Let's see if she can kind of straighten out her shot this time with 5:45 to go in the ballgame. First free throw is on the way and good. Free throw good for Macy Langford. Back into the game now is McDaniel replacing Pensy Stork. 5:45 to go in the ballgame. 26-20 your score. Second free throw is on the way and good. So both free throws good for Gracie Langford. It's now 26-21, 5:41 to go in the ballgame. Olvera brings the ball across the timeline, crossover dribble, being guarded closely by Avila. Pass over to Freeman, now back to Stockton. Stockton has the ball over to France. Lively crowd here at Anchor D Arena, even though it's pretty small. Stockton splits the double team, gets it, passes back out now to Freeman. Freeman over to France. France has the ball, crossover dribble, driving in off the glass, and good! Basket good, and a foul for Kendall France. Foul is on Malin Avila. That's her 4th personal foul. So at the line for Balko will be Kendall France to shoot 1. 7-point lead for Balko, 28-21, 5:18 to go. Free throw is on the way. No good. Offensive rebound. Putback is off the glass and good. Putback by Madeline Trenum. And now it's a 9-point game with 5 minutes to go. Into the front court are the Lady Eagles. Now down to the wing, back to Avila at the foul line, extended. Now between the circles. Ball is knocked away by Olvera, out of bounds. It will remain with Goodwell. Subbing into the game for the Lady Eagles will be Pensy Stork, replacing Urania Olivas. 4:54 to go in the ball game. 30-21 the score. Channing Duffy back into the game, replacing Avila. I think that's Avila's first break of the game. I think it's the first time that she's taken a seat. She's been all over the place for the Lady Eagles. Inbound goes to Langford. Langford being guarded by Trenum, utilizes the Stork screen. Crossover dribble, passes back to Stork between the circle, holds the ball high overhead. Over now to the wing. The three-pointer is blocked by Olvera, out of bounds, and it will be Goodwell basketball. 4:41 to go in the ballgame. 30-21 the score. Favor Balko. Balko has picked up the intensity here in this 4th quarter. Three-pointer from McDaniel is in and out. No good. Rebounded by Freeman. Long outlet goes through the hands of France and out of bounds. It will be a turnover. 4.5 to go in the ballgame. 30-21 the score. Goodwell basketball inbounding on the baseline. Hadley Hines, to do the inbounding honors, does so to Langford. Langford's another one that's played the vast majority of this game and done a lot of the yeoman's work for the Lady Eagles. Over to McDaniel, now to Stork. Stork passes now down. Back now to the free throw line, extended to Langford. McDaniel holds the ball, passes over to Stork at the foul line, extended pass is knocked away and stolen. Coming back the other way are the Lady Bison. France brings it across the timeline, quickly being guarded by Duffy, passes back to Stockton. Stockton three-pointer, off the front iron, no good, out of bounds, saved twice, and it will be a turnover. An impressive non-save nonetheless. And like I said, the physicality has really picked up here in this 4th quarter. 3:53 to go in the ballgame, 30-21 favor Balko. The Jumbotron here in the arena imploring the fans to get louder. This is a good crowd. Maybe not big, but it's a good crowd. Channing Duffy, three-pointer, misses everything out of bounds, and it will be Balko basketball. We're checking to see if maybe it was deflected. It was not. 3:37 to go in the ballgame. 30-21 your score, favor Balko. Carolyn Olvera brings the ball across the timeline. Very slowly being guarded loosely by Channing Duffy. Olvera has the ball. Bounce pass down to Trenum. Holds the ball at the elbow. Dribbles out of it. Passes over to Olvera again. Olvera back to Trenum again. Trenum waiting for her time. Driving all the way in. The shot is blocked. Coming back the other way now are the Lady Eagles. Pass back to Langford. Into the front court now, Gracie Langford has it. 3:04 to go in the ball game. Dribbling the ball between the circles. Crossover dribble now. Passes out of the double team. Duffy has the ball back now to the top of the key. McDaniel three-pointer is in and out, no good. And we have a foul on. The foul will be on Hadley Hines, her first personal foul. That'll be 8 team fouls. Okay. So 1-1 now for Aspen Freeman. Freeman's first foul shot is on the way and good. So one more forthcoming for Aspen Freeman. 2:51 to go in the ballgame. 31-21 the score favor Balko. The Lady Bison have expanded the lead here in the quarter, which is exactly what they needed to do. Second free throw, almost no spin. But it's a rebound picked up, goes out of bounds off of Goodwell. It will be Balko basketball. Driving all the way in, the shot from France is good. Kendall France with the basket, and it's now 33-21. Into the front court now are the Lady Eagles. 2:25 to go in the ballgame. Cross-court pass to McDaniel. Back to Cadence Kaufman. Now to the corner. McDaniel's no good. Jason McDaniel missing the three, coming back the other way are the Lady Bison. Now 2:10 to go in the ballgame. 33-21 favor Balko. And Coach Johnson imploring the Lady Bison now to slow it down, run some clock. Crossover dribble, the shot is no good. A foul by Cadence Kaufman. A correction foul on Pensy Stork, and that'll be her 5th foul. So Pensy Stork is fouled out of the ballgame. So that'll be 5 fouls on Pensy Stork, and she congratulates the coaching staff over at Balko. Valiant effort for Stork in this game. Nice job for Pensy Stork, and a tremendous season. She has tears going to the sideline, and that you hate to see that. At the line for 2 is Kendall France. France's first free throw is on the way and good. 34-21 the score now favor Balko. Second free throw on the way, off the front iron, no good. Coming back the other way are the Goodwell Lady Eagles with under 2 to go now. 34-21 your score. Into the front court is Langford. Langford utilizing the McDaniel screen, passes back to McDaniel at the top of the key. McDaniel three-pointer is off the back iron, no good. Rebound picked up by Cadence Kaufman, and the Lady Eagles will reset. Duffy with a long 2, no good. We have a foul in the backcourt on Gracie Langford, and that'll be Langford's second personal foul. 9 team fouls, and at the line for the Lady Bison will be Madeline Trenham shooting 1-1. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 1:39 to go in the ballgame. Balko 34, Goodwell 21. It is a full timeout. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs. Located at the intersection of highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner. Crossroads Express features a wide variety of ice-cold fountain drinks, candy, snacks. There's a proud vendor of Cajun salsa and pickles, as well as Watonga cheese. At the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel for your farm and off-road vehicle needs. Crossroads Express has a gift shop featuring novelty and one-of-a-kind gifts and souvenirs as well. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. In this time when there's so much insecurity in the world, the one thing you need to be able to rely on is your financial situation. That's where the folks at Summit Wealth Strategies LLC come in. Summit Wealth Strategies, LLC, located in Alva, specializes in tax, payroll, and financial management services designed to help folks in the Panhandle of northwestern Oklahoma handle whatever insecurities the world throws at us. Contact Van Johnson at 580-609-4880 and let him give you the financial security and peace of mind you need to make it through any situation. Summit Wealth Strategies, LLC is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to Anchor D Arena, 1-1 for Madeline Trenum. The first one is made. So second free throw forthcoming for Trenum. 35-21 the score favor Balko. Second free throw is up and also good. 36-21, now a minute 37 to go in the ball game. Bring the ball now into the front court is Langford. Langford still with a limp that's even more noticeable than before. Cadence Kaufman has the ball at the foul line. Extended passes over to McDaniel, back to Kaufman. Kaufman pass is knocked away. We have a foul on the floor. Foul is on Kendall France. That will be France's third personal foul. Minute 25 to go. Goodwell to inbound on their baseline. Haley White to do the inbounding honors. It is tied up. Tie possession. Possession arrow favors Goodwell. So the ball will stay down here with a minute 24 now in the ball game. Lady Bison not letting up on their pressure defense whatsoever. And this is very much needed for them. Shot is up and no good for Langford. The foul is on Aspen Freeman, I believe. It is on Freeman. That'll be Freeman's fourth personal foul. And at the line for Goodwell will be Gracie Langford. Langford's first free throw is on the way and good. First free throw is good. Second free throw forthcoming for Gracie Langford. It is on the way and also good. So both free throws made for the Lady Eagles. And it's now 36-23. France with the crossover dribble brings it across the timeline. Now between the circles, Carolyn Olvera has the ball, passes over to Trenum. Trenum with the ball now. Crossing over, White passes to Freeman. Freeman with the ball now, dribbling in. Gets pushed, tied up, and we have a tie ball. Possession arrow favors Goodwell. It should favor it. So possession arrow favors, I say it should favor Balko. And it does. The officials confer and decide that it will be. We have a timeout on the floor. 59.7 seconds left to go in the ball game. 36-23 your score favor Balko. Balko Lady Bison basketball continue in just a minute. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs. Located at the intersection of Highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner, Crossroads Express features a wide variety of ice-cold fountain drinks, candy, snacks, and is a proud vendor of Cajun salsa and pickles, as well as Wattonga cheese. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel for your farm and off-road vehicle needs. Crossroads Express also has a gift shop featuring novelty and one-of-a-kind gifts and souvenirs. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sales for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to Anchor D Arena here in Goodwell, Oklahoma on the campus of Panhandle State University. Exactly 1 minute to go in the ball game. The inbound is knocked away and stolen. Into the front court is Gracie Langford. She has numbers driving all the way in. The shot is good for Gracie Langford. And timeout called by Goodwell. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will leave it here. Talking to the fine folks at PTCI that are up here in the media booth with me, and we're just kind of wondering why there's so many timeouts here in the last minute of this game. This is the fourth timeout called in the last 20 seconds of game time of a game that's a double-digit game. You know, I mean, unless Tracy McGrady's about to step on the floor and make 13 points in 9 seconds, I don't know that there's much that Goodwell's going to be able to do in this game, although they have given a valiant effort in this game, and certainly here in the fourth quarter. Goodwell called the full timeout, so Balko's going to make sure that they take the full timeout. They're just going to draw up a play. They're going to come up with some fancy play now, and just to aggravate the Goodwell faithful. I think at this point, 52.6 seconds left to go in this game. We do want to thank everybody for joining us here on this broadcast of Balko basketball. Lady Bison to inbound, maybe. Another timeout called by Balko. 52.2 to go in the ball game. I have a sneaking suspicion that at this point we're just being petty, maybe. I feel like that might just be what's going on. You know, and again, I might be mistaken here, but I think we're just proving a point at this point. So Balko to inbound again on the on the baseline. 36-25 the score favor Balko. 52.2 to go here in the ball game. France looking to inbound, trying to find someone, does so to Stockton in the backcourt. Stockton splits a triple team, gets into the front court. Doubled near the timeline, bounce pass over to Olvera. Now 43 seconds to go. Over to Trenum now near the timeline, and she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Gracie Langford, her third personal foul. And at the line now for Balko will be Madeline Trenum to shoot 2. Trenum with 11 points so far in the game for the Lady Bison to shoot 2 free throws. First one is on the way, and it is good. First free throw is made. It's now a 12-point game, 37-25. So it's looking like Balko will win this game. They will be back here on Saturday to face the winner of Boise City and Felt. As the second free throw is no good. Driving all the way in now is Langford. Pass back out to Avila. Avila has the ball. Now down to the block. The shot from the block is no good, and we have a tie ball. Possession arrow favors Goodwell. Tanya Alvarez with the shot. That was no good. That's her first action in this game. Into the game now for the Lady Eagles is Hadley Hines. Outlet to Avila. Avila left wide open for 3. In and out. No good. Into the front court now to Stockton. Stockton has it near the sideline. 14 seconds, and it looks like they're going to be content. And they're just going to dribble the ball game. They're just going to dribble the ball out. So that'll be the ball game with your final score. Balko 37, Goodwell 25. Balko will be back on Saturday to face the winner of Boise City and Felt. Nice hand for the two teams. Nice to see the Goodwell faithful give their team a round of applause as well for a well-fought, hard-earned game. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the Crossroads Express post-game show. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Wetumpka Cheese Factory has been producing the finest cheese in Oklahoma and Texas for over 80 years. Locally owned and operated, the folks at Wetumpka Cheese Factory have summer sausages, the best homemade cheddar cheeses in the region, spice pickles, homespun honey, and their famous cheese curds. Located in Perryton, Wetumpka Cheese Factory also has gift baskets and offer delivery options. Visit Wetumpka Cheese Factory at 2018 South Main Street in Perryton, or call them at 806-648-4310. Wetumpka Cheese Factory is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sales for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs, located at the intersection of Highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner. Crossroads Express features specialty deli items like Louisiana meat pies, crawfish pies, boudin, as well as corn dogs and everyone's favorite beef and bean burritos. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel needs that you'll need to make it a road trip. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Panhandle living is hard, and with our scorching summers and frigid winters, if your heating or air isn't working, it can get even harder. Let the fine folks at Tri-State Heating and Air help you make it through the seasons in comfort. Licensed and insured for over 20 years, Bryce Sager and the folks at Tri-State Heating and Air are well equipped to handle your HVAC, air refrigeration, and heating needs. Locally owned and operated, Tri-State Heating and Air understand the unique needs of folks in the Panhandle. Contact them at 580-525-1820 and let Tri-State Heating and Air make your home or business more comfortable. Tri-State Heating and Air is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. In this time when there's so much insecurity in the world, the one thing you need to be able to rely on is your financial situation. That's where the folks at Summit Wealth Strategies LLC come in. Located in Alva, Summit Wealth Strategies LLC specializes in tax, payroll, and financial management services designed to help folks in the Panhandle of northwestern Oklahoma handle whatever insecurities the world throws at us. Contact Van Johnson at 580-609-4880 and let him give you the financial security and peace of mind you need to make it through any situation. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. You're watching the Crossroads Express postgame show where the Balko Lady Bison have defeated the Goodwell Lady Eagles by a score of 37-25. The recap is as follows for Goodwell: 9 of 47 shooting in the game for 18% shooting. 7 of 23 from 2-point range and 2 of 24 from 3-point range for the Lady Eagles. 5 of 8 from the foul line also for Goodwell. They were led by Gracie Langford with 9 points. Jason McDaniel had 7. Channing Duffy had 3. And Maylin Avila, Pensy Stork, and Hadley Hines had 2 points apiece. For Balko, 10 of 28 from the floor, including 8 of 17 from 2 and 2 of 11 from 3. 15 of 20 from the foul line for the Balko Lady Bison. They were led by Madeline Trenham and Sawyer Stockton with 12 points apiece. Kendall France had 9. Carolyn O'Vera had 3. And Aspen Freeman had 1. And that gets us to our final score. Balko 37, Goodwell 25. Just a reminder that the Lady Bison will be back in action on Saturday at 6 o'clock, weather permitting, here at Anchor D Arena to take on the winner of the Boise City Lady Wildcats and the Felt Lady Bulldogs. I want to give a special thank you to Cadence Vaughn for running our video during this broadcast. And we want to once again thank our sponsors, Squirtle, Watonga Cheese Factory, Crossroads Express, Casey Cowan Custom Haying, Summit Wealth Strategies LLC, and Tri-State Heating and Air. On behalf of Balko School Administration and the Balko Bison Sports Network, this is David Vaughn reminding you that no amount of success can compensate for failure in the home. Make sure that you let your family know each and every day just how much you love them. And until next time, have a wonderful day, and God bless. And please stay warm.